Good morning, everybody. I got a little surprise from the school. I went back to the classroom and I got our calendar back so that we can start doing our calendar again. So today is April, and then we're going to add the 7th up. We are in the season spring. It is 2020, so it's April 7th, 2020. Today is Tuesday, yesterday was Monday, and tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. The special that we're going to be going to today is going to be Mandarin and Arabic. Now remember, this is the only one this week that's going to be a little bit off. Mandarin is going to be at 10 o'clock, and Arabic is going to be combining with Miss Sarah's class. You guys are going to be meeting at 10:30 with Miss Dahlia. We're going to be working with Miss Dahlia for the rest of the year, as far as I know, and you guys will be meeting at 10:30, not 10 o'clock. That's the only special that is at a different time than the rest of them. And I just want to remind everyone again that I have updated all of the Zoom meeting IDs and passwords in our Google Classroom, so that way we have everything all in one place. You don't have to go searching through emails, parents. You have it right there in our Google Classroom, and you can see what days we have, what specials, what times they are, and you have all that information so that you can log into that. For today, we're going to continue learning about our flower. I drew a little flower up here in honor of what we're going to be doing today. We will be working on the parts of a plant today. So we have a little word bank right here. We have this lovely picture of our flower, and you see a whole bunch of blank boxes, and they have arrows pointing to parts of the plant. So they are trying to label the plant. We just need your help to write down what each part is. Now I put a little drawing up on the board. I don't know how well you can see it. I have the flower right here, my nice long stem to help hold up the flower. I have my leaves that will help catch that sun's rays so that it can transform that into food to keep it living. It's one of the nutritious things that it gets so that it can, it's part of the food that it takes in. We have the seed down here where our plant comes from and where our roots start to grow from, and that's all going to be underneath the ground. Our leaf, stem, and flower are all going to be above the ground. We are going to be continuing to do our slides, our videos, and that Boom Learning for math, but today I want you to look up our math skip counting songs. I want us to practice counting and skip counting those songs again. I will put links into this video so that you can go back to those videos and listen to them. There are so many wonderful ones. We have our 2s, 5s, 7s, our favorite one, the 8s, 10s, and 12s. So I want you to try and practice those some more today. Have lots of fun with it. Hopscotch has so many wonderful songs that I'm sure that you will love to get back into singing again. And then today we are going to be doing adjectives again in language arts. We're talking about what is describing our noun. So let's say I am looking at this marker right here. If I'm going to look at this marker, I'm gonna say that it's a kind of short marker. It's not really long. And then I can also say that this is a blue marker. That is an adjective that describes it. So if I was talking about my markers and I had 2 right here, it's my adjectives that are going to tell them apart. So I could say, I am going to use my blue marker next. So blue marker is my adjective, and you know by that describing factor that I'm talking about this one right here, not this one. So you're going to go into those slides, you're going to do a little bit of filling in the blanks, looking at those pictures, learning more about those adjectives, and then we are going to look back into the process of making bread and talk about our big book Bread Comes to Life, and we are going to be working on pages 56 to 59. We're going to be talking about our sequences, what happens first, next, last in our story, because making bread is a process. You have to do it in a specific order for it to work, because if you go ahead, you skip a couple steps, you're not going to be able to make that delicious bread to make your grilled cheeses or your pizzas or anything delicious like that. So we're going to talk about ordering and making sure that everything's in the correct sequence. Don't forget to also sign into Boom Learning for that as well. I have some awesome fun boom decks for you to work on there. And I also want you to go on to Raz Kids, do some reading. I know for a fact that Raz Kids has so many wonderful books about plants. You can also dive into the insects and bugs that we were learning about last week. And speaking of bugs, let's go take a look at our caterpillars, or should I say butterflies now. Let's go see. Good morning from our butterflies. So we have about 10 butterflies between the two little nets that we have. They look like they're doing pretty well.
But one's not.
We do still have, hold on a second. We do still have a few that need to come out. I do have one in the back who looks like he had trouble getting out of his chrysalis and a part of his wing came off. So we're gonna see what we need to do to help make sure that he has a good life from here. And besides that, they're doing okay. I can see one is going to come out any moment now, and I will keep letting you know how they're doing. We'll give them another day or two before we let them outside. Alright, so they are doing very well. Every moment I'm always getting a new one coming out of the cocoon, and it is just so exciting. We're going to let them hang out in there for a couple of days. I'm going to try and see if we can get them all out of their cocoons before we set them outside. It looks like the temperature is getting really nice for them. They like warmer weather, so we're going to wait, make sure it's all nice. Most of them are out, or all of them are out, before we start setting them out so that they can start flying around the world. Don't forget to write down what you're seeing and what is happening in your journals. This is going to be a real fun one for you to take on. Their wings are looking beautiful on the inside. They kind of have like this orangish pink color, and on the outside they have this brownish spotted black color. They have these so that they can camouflage when they need to into trees, or to catch attention from other butterflies so that they can make more butterflies. So they have so many different cool things with their wings. One more really cool fact about butterflies before I leave you to the rest of your day. Those little pieces of color that you see on a butterfly's wing are little tiny scales, kind of like a fish. They're little tiny scales that end up all over their wings. So if you catch a butterfly and you see some color on your fingers, those are little tiny butterfly scales there. So that's why it's very important to make sure that when you handle butterflies, you handle them very carefully, because they need those scales so that they can continue to fly. So on that note, I will let you go so that you can do your parts of a plant and go to your specials. I will see you at 1 so we can talk about how bread comes to life. Bye guys.